Manual labor is tough. All right, let's start off.
Why did you become a PCI?
Why did I become a pediatric gastroenterologist? That's a funny story, actually. You're going to come to Montefiore next year and be a HGI fellow. And I go, really? He goes, yeah, absolutely. I promised you. And that's where you're going to be. And you control the room. You control your own destiny.
Actually, funny story. I had to go get mine, of course, late. We did a couples colonoscopy at my friend's office on the last day before the city closed for COVID on that Saturday.
There is nothing better than visualizing the tissue. Hey, better to go with a smile on your face. You know what I'm saying? I start my day off with a piece of cake every morning. Sometimes we do our patients a disservice, but
By not telling them the truth. Not so
dance
hard.
around the truth instead of saying, hey, you need a psychiatrist. You told her that she needs a psychiatrist. I said, oh, and how did it go? She goes, we left and we were really angry. He's got a flip phone. You want to know something? It's freaking fantastic. He does not
probably.
need to be on a smartphone. There's no purpose. We see kids, they're 400 pounds and their insurance companies don't pay for nutrition unless they've got diabetes. So they got to keep on eating in order to get diabetes, and then they can get nutrition. The insurance companies don't pay for nutrition. Even in the kid who's got fatty liver disease, you got to deal with that. But we need to have a goal and we need to have a roadmap as to how we're getting there. Not that I'm going to meet with you every week and cut you a check, because you can go on for a year.
If you're not better after 26 weeks of seeing the same person, you either have the wrong approach, the wrong therapist, or the wrong diagnosis.
Bread's a great product designed from when man used to work in the fields, but we don't work in the fields anymore.
The sugar and the salt have a mechanism that blocks your metabolism and it builds fat stores for the winters. Sugar and salt are built to slow down our metabolism and create more fat stores.
You watch them grow into human beings, and you take pride and joy from that. Like that keeps me going. Medical science will only take you so far. We don't have the answer for everything, and we don't have magic pills. If I had a magic pill, I'd give it to you. Every time their friend goes out for a slice of pizza, they can't do that.
Oh, well.
They can't even have the fries out of the fryer where they're frying chicken wings. It's hard and it sucks. I couldn't give up bread. I love it too much. It talks to me. Celiac disease is an autoimmune disorder. It's right up there with Hashimoto's thyroiditis and type 1 diabetes. If you have type 1 diabetes, then you have an increased risk of having celiac. But if you have celiac, you don't have necessarily an increased risk of having type 1 diabetes. In order to have celiac, you got to carry the gene, and about 30% of the population has the gene, whereas only 1% of the population has the disease. Telehealth is great, but not if you've got a problem. The most important part about being a pediatrician is being able to walk into a room and determine within a split second if that patient's sick or not.
With telemedicine, it requires a number of years of clinical experience, real clinical experience, before you can actually do it. You have to have, it's like Star Wars, you have to have the force.
If you don't feel it in your heart, you can't practice medicine.
She hasn't touched a patient in 5 years. And this is rehab. I don't think it's good. I think it's horrible.
That's what society voted. Letters, phone calls, nothing, because nobody values us anymore. And that's what society wants. Being a physician today is hard, and there are thankfully rewarding moments. And I think that's what drives us. They ask questions, they make the day way more exciting.
Jump on different treadmills. What's the big deal? Pivot.
I think the problem is you get them on the treadmill with you. We're getting ready to start up something called the PROMOTE study, which is an NIH funded study looking to use social media and interaction in patients with inflammatory bowel disease. Medicine is something, like we said earlier, it's something that you have to feel in your heart, and you got to love it to do it well. If you don't love medicine and you don't feel it, you're not going to be a good doctor.
Get COVID before you go into the specialty. That way you won't smell anything.